And joining me in the studio is Professor Steve Williams from the Grove Creek Observatory. Professor, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Before I get to the pictures which are now coming back, which is remarkable after a 7-year journey, tell us the significance of this landing.
Oh, I think this is amazing. I think this is the best thing since the Viking landed on Mars and we saw Mars for the first time, the surface of Mars.
What do we have to learn from this, and what are these first pictures showing, indicating anything at all of significance?
Well, the clearness of the image is absolutely amazing when you consider that the spacecraft at that time was under 17 Gs. I mean, that's 4 times what a person can stand of pressure. And what we now know is that the 4 main instrument packages on the spacecraft are fully functional. So that's great news.
Okay. And what does that indicate? What we're looking at there looks like a... Well, I don't know what it looks like.
There's still scientists looking over it at the moment. In my view, it looks like a bed of possibly a sulfur or methane sea, and it was taken actually 16 kilometres above the surface as the probe came in.
So it's a photograph of a wide area, it's not a close-up of a rock, for example?
Yes, yes. I don't think it's a cloud or atmospheric. It definitely looks terrestrial to me.
Do we know if there is liquid on this moon?
We don't know as yet. The particular instrument that we have on there, the SSP, it's called the Surface Science Package, and that consists of 9 independent sensors, and it's that job to actually see the surface and to see what it's made of, whether we're going to be landing on something solid or whether we're going to be bobbing up and down in a methane sea. We don't quite know yet.
Right. Now, this is significant also because it takes us back to the early days of Earth, of the same sort of conditions that might have existed, 4 billion years ago, where we live.
Yes, that's right. We believe Titan is very similar to the Earth in its early forming, and this is why this moon is of such interest. I mean, it's the second largest moon in the solar system. It's larger than Mercury, and it's got a really thick atmosphere, and we've never been able to see, even with probes orbiting Saturn, any detail whatsoever, nothing. And now that we're going to be having this opportunity not only test the environment but to see what this object actually has on it, is going to be terrific.
It's not a bad effort to take 7 years to get there, and then to send down a device, a probe with a parachute. Takes 2.5 hours to hit the ground. It's not a bad... I mean, what's the degree of difficulty in achieving what's been done today?
Well, it's amazing. I mean, if you think of the launch window, it was about as accurate as shooting a bullet from Sydney and hitting an object the size of a pinhead in London. That's sort of the accuracy we're talking about. I mean, this little tiny probe, a great piece of British engineering that's now landed, that we've had confirmation that it's landed, is transmitting a signal that's about the same strength as your mobile telephone. And we've got these gigantic radio observatories all around the world bringing in this data, and it's really, really exciting.
Okay, so see more pictures coming this morning here on Sky News as they do. We'll bring them to you. You see any surprises, or might there be anything spectacular come out of this?
Oh, I think that picture in itself is spectacular.
Right.
I'm one of the astronomers that actually believe that the nitrogen atmosphere of Titan would only lead to a surface of liquid methane, and obviously from that image that we've seen now is that that's not the case. We've seen something that resembles very closely some sort of riverbed.
Professor Stephen Williams, thanks for your time. Fascinating stuff. We'll watch with interest as the pictures keep coming in. It is quite an amazing piece of history. It's history, isn't it?
Will do, yeah. It's a great time.
New